Hey, welcome to HowTo in a Few. Here's a nice glimpse of my desk. Not exactly clean, but I want to show you what's going on with my computer, and then we're going to make some changes. So I'm booting up now, and it's been slowing down, so I know that I've reached the point where I need to reinstall Windows. I usually just format the drive, start over, kind of like a hard reset for Windows, and it returns me to the pristine state of having a nice fast computer. So we're going to do that again, and while I was going to do it, I was going to go ahead and install this SSD drive to kind of speed things up too. And I have a mount so that it fits into a normal hard drive bracket. But in the meantime, I kind of have to do this ahead of schedule because it's hanging on the boot and stopping after I put in my pin. Let's see what it does this time. Not a bad start time. Now we can already see that there's some kind of hang up occurring there. Probably something low. Oh, look at that. It went straight to the desktop. Alright, this was not working previously. It would hang up. I could run Task Manager. Even now I can't get the bar up, but it's probably still loading some stuff in. But, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick run through to make sure we've got everything backed up that we need to back up. And then we'll take the unit outside, blow all the dust out of it, and go ahead and take out, well, make some changes on the hard drive configuration. As you can see, it's starting to load in some of the icons, but that is way too slow. That should be up and ready. So there are some issues. So there you go. So once you're reasonably sure that you have all of your documents backed up, any downloads that you want to keep, any music, all your pictures, that's probably the most important, pictures and videos backed up, then you're ready to go. So next step is going to be to take your favorite browser. You're going to need a thumb drive. I think at least 4 gigs. And then you're going to want to search for something like Microsoft Windows 10 USB, and that ought to be good. Let's see, so download, create installation media for Windows 10. Yeah, and my internet shouldn't be that slow either, so we're going to address all these problems at some point. Alright, so here's the different things. We want Windows 10. Alright, update available. Create Windows 10 installation media. Download the tool now. Okay, so let's download the tool. And we're gonna, it's already there, we'll download it again. And then it wants to run. Alright, it wants us to accept the license. And while we're looking at this, you have to have a valid licensed copy of Windows 10 in order to do this. Now, Windows 10 knows whether it's licensed for your computer. It's stored under your Microsoft account that you probably use to log in. And based on some numbers on your computer internally, it knows whether or not it's licensed. So it's giving us some options here to upgrade or to create installation disk, and we want to do an installation disk. And then it's asking us which one we want and then where we want to do it, and we're going to put USB drive. And we'll put the USB drive in the computer, and then it would show up here if we were actually going to do that. But I already have it installed on here, and I don't want to go through the time to do it again. So you just continue through the menu, and it will take you through the process, and then it'll be finished, and you'll have a bootable. Now this is not just a copy, it's a bootable installation media. So once we put this in the computer and boot, it will try to read this and install Windows into a completely empty system, which is what we want. It's called a clean install. That means there's nothing left on the drive. Alright, so once that's done, you'll end this, not the way I'm ending it, but it'll end automatically, and you'll have your finished thumb drive. We're going to use this thumb drive to install on this new hard drive. This is an SSD, a solid state drive, which means there's nothing spinning and moving. These are significantly faster, but usually smaller. So this one is half a terabyte, 500 gigabytes, which is enough to hold Windows and quite a bit more, but it operates at a much faster speed. And then we'll keep our other drives in the computer in case we want to store music and photos and other things like video. Alright, so we're done here. We have our Windows 10 thumb drive. So at this point we could stand to wipe out everything and lose it and still be able to install Windows, which is the plan. But first, we're going to take the CPU box out and outside and blow it off with some compressed air to make sure all the dust is out, so we eliminate any cooling problems that might be contributing to our computer slowdown. Alright, we've shut down the computer, and we're going to remove all of our cables from the back. All three monitor hookups, our wired network, multiple USB items, multiple sound items, HDMI, and display port, and finally power. Now we're going to carry this outside to clean it up. Alright, while the compressor is charging up, we'll take a look, and we can see some of the really bad dust here. I tried to vacuum already, so it's actually been sort of cleaned, but it's looking pretty bad. And we're now going to blow that out. And first thing we're going to do is kind of blow externally to get some of that dust off. That way we don't blow it back into the machine. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and open. Ooh, looks pretty bad in there. I'm going to hold this fan while I blow it. holding the fan so it doesn't spin uncontrolled. Alright, so now we're back inside. So once again, I'm going to open the box. And we are going to take this hard drive out because it seems to be the one that'll be the easiest to take out. Might have to unplug this power cord, but because of this monster video card, it's going to be more difficult to get to the other one. These should be two 4 terabyte drives, but one of these is our boot drive. It's not going to matter because we're going to wipe it anyway. Hopefully it'll slide out, and no it won't. Alright. Oh wow. That's a mess. Okay. So it looks like it is going to require the removal of the graphics card. Alright, so these rails just slide right off, apparently. Yep. Alright, so here is one. Oh, I said there were 4 gig. They're 4 terabytes. Apparently they're 3. But that's cool. This is going to go in the next video into a portable drive kit that I got for like 10 bucks. And it will turn it into a 3 terabyte portable drive that we're going to attach to an Xbox, but that's another video. Now we're a little cramped here. We're going to turn this solid state drive into a 3.5-inch hard drive with this adapter, a couple of extra screws that we might need. I haven't opened this yet. This is a Western Digital. I do like getting name brand drives when possible because they're storing your data. So name brands like Western Digital, Seagate, etc. I feel like they're a little safer. Alright, so this is new for me to see something like this. Basically, this is an oversized flash drive, which incidentally I can no longer return now. And so let's see. Lots of screws in here. Let's see how my rails would work. Alright, so my rails look like they'll work like this. So then it's just a question of, do we want to, I guess we'll put it in this way. Okay. So it just revealed something. Looks like, yep, most definitely going to have to go this way around. Bam, first one in. Fortunately now our cords are going to be inverted, but put our rails back on, and now let's see if we can slide that in to the second slot. Maybe they won't be inverted after all. Looks like we're going to have to alright. Physically, the drive's installed. Alright, let's go ahead and make a power connection to the top. And our data connection to the bottom. Alright, while I've got everything out, let me scroll up just a little. Although you can probably, well, you probably can't see it. I'm going to go ahead and reseat my memory. And you're going to just have to trust me. There's some tabs that I'm going to push. On the top and the bottom of the memory. Now, this is not as much of a problem anymore as it used to be. There used to be heat on and off cycles would cause your cards to slide out, and you might lose a memory chip or have some errors. Everything else looks firmly seated, so we'll go ahead and reinstall this monster graphics card. There's kind of a lock tab. Let's close up our box. Alright, we should be ready to start our boot up cycle and reinstall Windows and have a fresh, brand new computer system. Alright, so we're kind of at the moment of truth point. Sadly, I have lost the thumb drive. Which I'm going to insert. And then depending on your computer, you'll have different commands to enter what's called the BIOS. Let's see if we can get into that. And let's turn here. Yep, and there we go. Wow, we have mouse control and apparently keyboard control. They're both wireless, so that sometimes can be an issue. And we're going to want to get out of this and go to F2 Classic. Alright, so this is a more typical BIOS. And let's see. Main thing that I want is to be, I'm going to have to look through these. Alright, that's not what I'm looking for. Advanced frequency, memory, voltage, health, miscellaneous. Alright, system. Looks like it's telling us information. Alright, boot option 1. So I think we're going to change boot option 1 if possible. Load optimized defaults. Automatically load optimal BIOS settings. Note this is recommended after BIOS update. Okay, so let's do this. Load optimal defaults. Change the boot order. Alright, it's a good sign. English, install. Let's see how it sees our drives this time. Alright, that looks a little better. Notice how now the 3 gigs are shown as one drive. We've got some master system stuff, that's normal. Recovery, so we're losing about 600 megabytes there, no biggie. And then this is going to be our 500 gigabyte SSD drive that we're going to install Windows on. Here we go. Alright, a couple of comments. Maybe you noticed earlier how long it was taking for things to load when I wanted to look in folders. Alright, so it's a little bit odd that I'm seeing pictures and stuff, but I guess that's getting drawn from another drive. Here is the drive where all my stuff is located, and I mean, it's just loading quick. Alright, so we got hung up there for a minute. Otherwise, it's been pretty snappy. Let's see if I can get in here now. Oh yeah, now everything's showing up. Well, let's see. It was here. It was asking me for permission. And there's all my documents and stuff. So everything is there on the backup. The OneDrive's working good. So far everything works good there. Now if you recall, when I went on the internet earlier to show you how to make the USB, it took a very long time before my browser came up. Now granted, I only have Edge, but look how snappy that is. Google comes up right away, and Microsoft, Windows 10 USB, this is what I searched for before. Comes up pretty quick. Support Windows Media, and we went to Windows 10. That took a little longer, but still pretty quick. So whatever it was slowing us down before is gone. Alright, so there you go, another episode of How To in a Few. It's a little bit different, no car involved this time, or a lawnmower. But I figure I'm always doing this stuff on the computer, and I'm not always recording it, and why shouldn't I? Because I'm looking at the screen, so this is going to be weird. I'm not looking at the camera. Probably need to look at the camera so that my eyes are in the right orientation. But anyway, I'm always doing computer stuff too, and I'm thinking, why don't I ever show people how to do that? Because it's likely that people need to you know, do some computer maintenance and things too. Because look, I'm telling you, you got about a year's time on any Windows product before it slows down to the point that you're wanting a new computer. And they would love you to go out and continually buy new computers so that you get a fresh Windows install. But you can actually do this yourself, end up with what is now functioning as a new computer. Look at that, man. All my icons are back on the taskbar, and the desktop loads lickety-split. So that's how you do that. If you have any questions, leave it down below. Try to get to you if I can. Otherwise, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. That goes a long way to helping YouTubers like me continue to make videos like this. So as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.